Man, I could just sit here and listen to that intro all day. We got some things going on there. And
Yeah.
huh?
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Tall boy and Scoop. What's happening? It's the lab, folks.
It's
It's
the
the
lab.
lab.
We're talking tech, baby. But
Oh my goodness.
tonight is the NBA draft. Did, did,
I,
did, did you think anything? Did anything surprise you tonight with the NBA draft?
I was okay, we're gonna go into the draft. Did not want Mr. Ball to go first because I'm hating on the Ball family. But I saw he went third, so it's all good. I'm gonna give them their props. They're focused on their mission.
You know why?
Big baller brand.
You know why he went third, right?
His daddy probably has something to do with it, but that's
Remember, Daddy said that he could beat Michael Jordan in a game of 1-on-1.
Ooh, yeah, I do remember that. God.
That
That's
1-on-1,
blasphemy, is what that is. That's blasphemy.
he's gonna get embarrassed.
And then he say, I think that the Lakers wouldn't win the championship when they cut Lonzo. I'm not sure. You better check the record books. Got to check the record book.
Daddy, LeVar Ball, he been quiet though. You got to give it to him. He been
Right.
quiet. I see you with your adult beverage over there. Is that cognac or is that Hennessy?
Well, man, I'm drinking a little bourbon tonight, but look, I'm tired. I'm unshaven in the past 12 days. Your boy been on vacation. Just got back at about midnight. This morning, literally. So
okay. That's 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. Our time.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you was down in Southern California. Did it rain down there?
Tony, boy, you too young for that. You don't remember Tony. No, it didn't rain down there. It actually rained up here in Northern Cal, though. But the drive home, that 6-hour drive, is wearing on me. But it's all good.
I mean, I know that while you was down there, you had a chance to check out Micro Center, and for the ones who are not. It's a big tech store. It's like the tech of Walmart. It's a tech store like Walmart, a big box retailer. And they have a lot of great things up in there, from wires to computers to monitors to computer bags. But I want you to tell the world your experience at Micro Center from the moment you walked there, and then we kind of go from there.
So I'm a Best Buy, Fry's, back in the day, Circuit City kind of guy. Comp USA, right? I keep hearing about Micro Center. Never been in one. Hear that's the spot that you need to go to. I mean, whatever. But I've been to these stores. I'll go check it out. Man, let me tell you something. The line, first of all, to get in the door, there was 2 lines. So I went there. Was it PlayStation 5 launch day? So there was a whole separate line just to get in to get that. Folks that had reservations or were on a lottery system or whatever. I walk into this place and it's wall to wall gear that I have never seen, and I haven't seen a lot of gear. I saw every peripheral for the computers, every laptop. Isaiah was there, my son was there, and he was checking his account, seeing if he could had enough to get him a new Lenovo. I said, brother, I can't get Lenovo. Dell would not like that. So, but it was tight though.
It could have been Christmas and Thanksgiving in November.
It could have been. But I would just say this: I was very much impressed with the selection. And folks, let me tell you something: if Amazon ever is missing stock or quantity, you need to check the Micro Center website because they got it. They got everything is just stacked up like a warehouse store. The line to buy stuff was ridiculous too. It was just a regular day too. It wasn't the separate line for the PlayStation. It was just a regular line. People buying monitors and computer peripherals and all this. It was ridiculous. But I will definitely they're gonna get to know me for sure. I'm gonna find a way to get back to a Micro Center.
Did you browse or did you actually purchase something?
No, man, the line was too long. Look, the line was ridiculous. It literally wrapped around about a third of the store. Some of it was because of COVID, right? So they were spreading folks out, but there were literally about 50 people in line when we walked there, and still about that number of folks in line when we finally decided to leave. So no, I didn't literally physically buy anything.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
I will look.
can't walk
I got the website bookmarked now. I tell you they gonna get. I'm on the mailing list.
I
I'm
can't walk out there without at least buying a micro SD card. I got it. I mean, the minimum I'm walking out of there is with a micro SD card. I mean, those prices are awesome.
Yeah,
So
that's a trip too. Yeah, so the prices were nice. Some brands, manufacturers that I wasn't as directly familiar with, but they also had the main brand stuff as well. But just the fact that they had so much in terms of inventory right there on the shelf, ready to go. Everyone else is sold out of microphones and webcams. Micro Center has thousands of them out there. So if you're definitely looking for some computer electronic material, peripherals, things like that, start at Amazon. See if they get that because you can always get that in 2 days if you got Prime. But if they don't get it, I'm telling you, Micro Center might be the route to go for you.
my favorite store,
I'm gonna
Amazon.
drink. I'm gonna drink to them.
When it comes to pricing, Amazon is number one, hands down. You can't go wrong. Number two is Micro Center. The last place to go to is Best Buy, and
My go-to place.
the,
Okay.
the second to last place is Best Buy, and the last place to go to is Walmart. Walmart sends you like first generation. They sell you first generation stuff as if it's like the newest stuff that's out there, and it's like,
That's true.
oh man, no, no, no.
That's true. Yeah,
So
Walmart is definitely always at least a generate or a rev
yeah,
back in terms of the newer stuff.
right.
So
So Best Buy is second to last, but Micro Center is definitely two. If you need it right now, you go there, you walk away happy. But you can't when it comes to price, you cannot beat Amazon. I mean, I don't know anybody that's beating Amazon prices right now. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So speaking of new,
Yeah.
I
What?
know
What? What you
it,
got?
it came.
God dog it. Hold on. Hold on. I got to zoom in on this. Ladies and gentlemen, this boy done messed around. Santa Claus is coming. He got him a Go XLR. Ooh, hush your mouth.
So I've been having problems. With my audio, and I don't know what my audio sounds like now. I'm trying to do my best as far as talking into the microphone, but it's
Yeah,
silent.
talk into the mic. Come on, you from the radio business. Talk into the mic, brother.
This Go XLR is supposed to be. I don't know. Can you hear that?
Oh, what you got, a censor button too? Oh,
I can curse now. That's number one. Then if I need to cough, I got a cough button.
God, no, he got a cough button.
I got a cough button, so I don't have to mute myself. But when I want to say, James, shut the Tammy, you getting on my
goddamn. Watch out now.
Priscilla, I see you watching this guy. So I got all that now.
I take it you like a kid in the candy store right now, right? You just sitting around the house playing with the censor button. Tammy want to come over. She can't even hold on. Look at this. She said she can't even come over until you run out of juice. You sitting there just playing with your new mixer. Then lock the door and change the locks on the house.
Now I gotta.
Oh my God, you crazy, brother! So talk to me about it though. I mean, because you've been wanting that for a while,
okay?
Right?
So
Yeah.
I didn't get the one that I wanted because if you know anything about the Go XLR, because of COVID, these things like for all streamers, podcasters, you name it, they were mother price gouging. It was price gouging. So I got to time the cursing with the beeping, if you get what I'm saying. But they've been.
I got you.
And so now, if you look up Go XLR, they normally retail. The big one retails for $499.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about that one is you can have effects to talk like a robot, or talk like a chipmunk, or whatever. You have that reverb, and then also if you have something that you always say, you have 12 or 15 presets that you can just
Oh, wow.
and it would already have it. Well, the thing is, it's going for $1,000. So I don't have $1,000, and they're on back order. Well, I
Yeah.
just so happened to look on eBay, and I was looking on eBay, and when I tell you God is good, I swear to God, my mom be looking down on me. I saw it on
Yeah.
eBay, they had an open box. The guy said never been opened, just was the display model. He had it. Now, this unit right here goes for $249. He had this unit for $202. I had to jump on.
Had to get it.
I had to. I had $202. I said, man, this is a blessing in disguise. If I even hesitate 1 second,
It's gonna
it's
be gone, you know. Yeah.
and right now, if you look up Go XLR Mini, they're going for $336 right now, and I found it for 202, well, 227 with tax.
Well,
It-
that's if it's in stock because I'm over here looking on B&H and look at that,
yeah,
notified when available, not even available.
yeah, they're
There it
back.
is, right there.
But I mean, like I said,
Where you at, brother? What's wrong with your internet? He got this brand new mixer, but you notice his internet is janky. Oh my god, that's what you get for talking bad about Tammy. Yeah, she got you, didn't she? That's Satan coming after you. What that was.
so I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have fun with playing with the beat button and cough button and all. Yeah, I'm a little impatient. I love you though, babe. I love you. I love you. So you know, Christmas is every day, as my dad used to say. So yeah, the internet is messed up because of James over there playing with his toys. Over
No, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Look, I done paid my high fiber connected bill. Look, Xfinity gets all my cash every month. So.
I got you.
All right, so I'm happy for you that you got what you were looking for there. I mean, I think you're gonna look. It's all about the tools and this what you do: video creation, video production. You got to have the right tools to run your business, man. So I'm happy for you that you got that.
You see the sign there? So you see the sign right there? Let me see if I get it.
What you got?
You see what it say? What it say up there? See it say.
Uh oh.
I got a little sign. I got a little signage up there. You know, change colors. You know, make it do different things. I'm trying. You know, I'm trying to.
You trying to come up this year? You know, this end of the year. You trying to come up? You know,
I'm trying.
Working on the studio effects. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to do something. You know,
I love it.
I'm trying. You know, we're just trying to have.
Oh, see, there he go. Now you show.
You know,
Look, don't let me get to look.
That's all. I just want you to think big.
It-
You know, even
like-
God, tall. The sky's the limit. Think tall, boy, because He said so. He's doing it. That's it. How hard is that?
That's true.
I mean, we could to go bigger, but I don't really want to do that. You know,
We don't want to do that. We don't want to do it. I'm just here. You know, I'm a pawn in your game. You know, I'm just here, just blessed to be with you, brother.
Okay, so let's talk tonight's topics. What you got? So you had a good.
Well, hold on. Well, you know, I got some gear too, man. Can we talk about what I got? I mean, I know, you know, I got you in the left quadrant of the show today. You on the gold side, but you know, I got a couple of things. Just one thing. Hopefully, my video was nice because I'm running the new GoPro Hero 9.
Oh,
So I pulled the mirrorless down and wanted to give this a shot, see how this works because I really like the compactness and the ability to travel. I really got this because I wanted to take it on vacation, but I forgot it, left it here at the house. But yeah, so I'm rocking the GoPro 9 right now.
he said I'm rocking.
I'm rocking it, you know, still running at 1080p. You know, just that's as high as StreamYard can go, and that's all as high as I really need to go anyway. But you know, I like it. I like it. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I'm gonna go back to the mirrorless because I like the bokeh effect, right? The blurred background that I can get with.
Yeah, but
with the
I mean,
mirrorless.
but it looks nice. I mean, I'm not knocking it. When did it release?
It released not too long ago, so probably 2-3 weeks ago. To be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, and I picked it up at here locally at my Best Buy. You know, I wasn't at Micro Center yet.
what's the cool features that GoPro 9 has that maybe another camera would not have?
The webcam functionality is built in, right? So it can do that automatically without having to install any drivers, without having to do any more configuration. Plug and play type of thing. It actually has also mod cases that you can purchase at a reasonable price. So you can buy a mod case where you can attach additional lenses, you can attach a light, you can attach a secondary screen as well to it. So that's what they're really trying to do. It's already waterproof, so it's weather sealed and waterproof now. So I can take it to, I think it's like 33 feet below water. I can go swimming with it
There you go,
without any
underwater.
problems. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's really cool, and the fact you can stream, so you can tether it to like your mobile device, and you can stream to social media. You can stream to YouTube or Facebook or whatever the case may be directly from the camera. So that's pretty nice.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay. I
And
like that. And what and now how much did that retail
well, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if my wife is watching right now. No, it was they're 349. It's 349.
for? Okay.
So
So
I mean that's what you're gonna get. I mean that's the price that you're gonna pay. I want to make sure that she wasn't looking when I said the price.
yeah, go ahead and get a sip of that cognac. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look, I ain't even pulled out my drink. But go ahead, sip away, but sip away. Let it feel the burn.
Got to. So
All
yeah,
right.
there we go. So let's talk about what else is going on in the world of tech. There's a lot of things going on.
Right.
A lot of relevant things going on. I think we've got our list here. Some of them revolve around COVID and some changes that folks have to make because of that. Social media is always huge. There's some things that are going on in regards to that. Um, you picked a couple of interesting topics, so I tell you what, I'm gonna let you start with yours first. But I like some of the things that you picked here
All
for
right. Well, I'm gonna go to my favorite one. Let's go to YouTube. They got some new features.
yeah.
Have you heard about any of the new features?
I heard about them a couple of days ago, but I actually haven't been able to see them in my environment yet. So I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know if I just need to still update my app to get that
So,
app
so
capability.
they've probably been there, and you just didn't even know that they even existed because I've been seeing them over the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
Uh, um, they have video chapters now where you can find sections. So what that is instead of you watching a whole video, they have chapters, and then from my understanding, the creator has to type in 00 : and then the timestamp of the actual time that they put it in. And then you can just click on that chapter in the description bar and you don't have to watch the whole video if they put those chapters in. So like instead of you hearing all the mumbo jumbo just to get to the meat and the potatoes of the video,
Yeah.
you skip right to that part. Whereas before you didn't know where that person was going to say it. So right now we're at 19 minutes and 13 seconds. If we go back and edit our video, we're talking about YouTube, we can say at the 19-minute mark, we're going to talk straight about the new YouTube chapters and stuff like that.
Okay.
Also, they got the caption button. So ones that have the hearing impaired, they have closed captions now to where you can turn the captions on located on the video. All you need to do is tap the CC icon in the top right hand corner on the video stream to turn the captions on and off. And it's only available on phones, but it's testing for its desktop. Now the cool thing
Okay.
about that is I have a few friends that um, that are deaf and they can't watch the video. And one of the reasons why I use our servers that we use promoting the videos is I have the closed captioning. So now he can come in and watch the replay
Mm.
and see what we're doing. And then he doesn't mind sharing with his friends that, are of that community. And so that's one of the cool things that I like.
Okay.
Um, they also have something called, and I'm not understanding how this works, but it has just new gestures for viewing video. So you're used to tapping the full screen icon in the lower right hand corner of a video screen when you want to watch the full video in full screen mode. Now you can simply swipe up on the video to enter full screen mode and swipe down when you want to exit on your phone. iPhone users, when swiping down to exit full screen mode, swipe from the middle of the screen rather than the top. Otherwise, you'll end up swiping down on your phone's own. So,
All right. I'm gonna try some of this while you're talking about it because, to be honest with you, like Tammy's saying, man, this sounds like a whole lot of work. And if I got to do all these adjustments
no,
before we publish this session here, keep
well,
talking. I'm checking it out.
okay. In all honesty, the chapter menus is
Yeah,
for the content creator. So you and I are the content
that's
creators.
a good. No, that's a good thing. I like that a lot. Yeah.
Just hear me out. Content creator, they have to put in the timestamp. Once they put in the timestamp, Tammy has a cooking show. So if she put in the timestamp to say the intro, the ingredients, the DJ set, the taste test, if she put in the actual timestamp, then maybe somebody doesn't care about her intro. They only want to get right into the ingredients and how to make it. That's perfect for
Yeah.
her. The closed captioning, somebody who, doesn't want to hear it but wants to read it, they can read the closed caption. And then the swipe up, swipe down, I haven't really figured that out. I really couldn't tell you how that works. So you tell me how easy that is. And then the last one is the bedtime reminder. You could be up on YouTube all night, all day. You can actually go into the YouTube app on your phone and tap on your account in the top right hand corner. And you can select time watch and toggle the switch on for remind me when it's bedtime. And then you'll then select the start and end time, as well as choosing whether you want YouTube to wait until you finish watching the video before sending the reminder. Under the same settings, you can also have YouTube remind you when it's time to take a break. So that's kind of cool. Bedtime reminder.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you know what? I got 30 minutes, of kill time. Let me watch this. All right, buzzer, time's up. Because you can get into watching a video and it's like 29 minutes. And if the content creator is awesome, you lose track of time. And next thing you know, that's it.
That's true. You can go down the YouTube rabbit hole. All right. I mean, I'll probably. Well, I'll definitely do the caption one. I mean, not the chapter one. I'll definitely do that. I'll check that out tonight after we're offline, and I'll republish it to
I
the
think a lot,
site.
I think a lot of people are not familiar with it, but they rolled this out about 90 days ago.
Okay.
And so I've seen it and I've used it. But I mean, now to see that they actually officially launched it, I don't know whether or not it was beta or not. But the fact that they've actually launched it, I think that's a pretty cool thing. And now content creators, you know, for the viewers can now they don't have to watch you saying, "Hey, please like this video, check out my intro." You can go right to the meat and the potatoes of the video.
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to use the bedtime reminder because that would cut into my Audible time. See that's how I go to sleep with my Audible.com going in the background. And shouts out to President Barack Obama. That's what I'm listening to now. Promised Land.
Yeah.
So
How far are you into it?
I just downloaded it this morning when I got home. So I haven't even started it, but yeah,
Okay.
but
I'm
that's
in
that's
chapter eight.
all I'm listening to now.
Um,
Damn, he just came out.
it came out Monday.
God.
Yeah, I'm in chapter 8. I try to put 2.5 hours in a day. I mean, he's got like 28 chapters. I mean, he talks from the very start all the way to the very end. So I'm right at the election when he's in election season with the Iowa caucuses. You know,
Okay.
he has not actually won the election, but just to hear, I read Becoming with, or I listened to
Yeah.
Becoming with Michelle Obama.
Mhm.
But now to hear it from his point of view, it's pretty similar. But
Yeah.
just to hear it from his point of view, I mean, and his voice is so captivating. It's
Right.
like almost like Prince. Don't look into his eyes. I mean, it's
Who is
like
that? Who is that? When that a Chappelle joke? Don't look at him.
yeah, it's like I'm not trying to listen to it, but the voice just keeps me going for another 20 minutes. It's like, man, I gotta go, man. I got other things to do, and then next thing you know, I'm like, I've been listening to an hour. I'm an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, yeah, he got me. So yeah, it's a good book. Yeah. So
All right. It's good. It's a good use of time, though. Good use of time. So
and for the ones that are not familiar with it, it's called A Promised Land. by Barack Obama. It's available at all bookstores, your streaming devices. It's available with Audible, a
Yeah.
Kindle. It's there. So it'd be a nice Christmas gift. What you got?
I, I was thinking that, I was being lazy by doing the audiobooks instead of actually flipping through the pages now. But you know what? I now find it to be so much more convenient. I can be in the car, I could be at the gym, I could be wherever, getting ready to go to sleep, and I don't have to be. I, I'm just all about the audiobooks now. So that's just a way that I can get back into reading for fun instead of
Correct.
always
I'm in the shower and I'm listening to the Audible. You know, like instead of listening to music, I'm putting something in, something positive in my head, as opposed
brothers
to
learning. I heard
yeah,
that.
I'm trying to learn a few things. Well, all right, so let's move on. What you got?
I'm gonna go down the social media thing because I kind of toyed with that at the beginning of this. There it is, ladies. Oh, you know what? We need to get a caption for Minute Maid when my man throws up the
Yeah,
berry punch.
but that's
Uh,
today's flavor of the day.
Flavor of the day. Twitter has announced and launched what they're calling fleets. FLEETS.
Okay.
Essentially, everyone under the sun right now who has a social network is following Snapchat and creating a temporary content mechanism. So fleets from Twitter will disappear after 24 hours. You can post a video, you can post some text, you can post an audio, whatever the case may be, right? And on your Twitter profile, you can send it out to everyone who follows you, or you can send it out to a certain number of folks within your list of followers. And again, it disappears after 24 hours. So the idea is like stories on Instagram or Facebook, and Snapchat is the one who started all this. I don't know if TikTok has something like this. I don't know if TikToks disappear after a while, but
So basically, you say what you want to say, but you won't be held liable held liable for your comments unless someone screenshots it. You're still going to
yeah,
be guilty if you say something negative. I mean, you're still going to be held. You're still going to be held responsible because all they're going to
yeah.
do is you
I would. That's all I'll do too. Yes, take a screenshot. But that's the idea, right? Just short, quick blurbs of information that you want to put out, story-like content that doesn't stay within your feed forever. It's just there temporarily. It's a Me Too thing. Uh, Twitter is trying to catch up with the Snapchats and the Instagrams and the Facebooks of the world just by having this capability and saying we can do it here too. I I don't know, right? Because LinkedIn actually does the same thing now too. LinkedIn does stories. So from a business side, I don't know where that really makes sense because I know I use LinkedIn specifically for serious business conversations, and I don't want to just put some quick video or photo that's going to be gone in 24 hours. I want something there to actually have a shelf life.
I need these companies to be innovative. If Snapchat comes out with something, you come out with something. Don't copy them and say, "All right, well, we're all gonna go." That's what makes Snapchat special as opposed to Instagram. You
Yeah,
know, so when Facebook came out, it was had this video and you could put long form video up, and Instagram came up and said you can only do short form video, 15 seconds, and then eventually they launched it to where it was 1 minute. Now they have it to where you can do IGTV. That
yeah,
was the thing about Instagram. Then when Snapchat came up, the kids were like, "Hey, we're gonna do these snaps, and it's only available for for a day." Well, Twitter's doing the same thing. Like, what are you doing that's innovative? What makes me want to come to you and use your platform as opposed to using, the
yeah.
other person's platform? And I think the comment is they learn that where it's helped people feel more comfortable joining the conversation. They talk more on Twitter when they use the fleet. Like, are you serious? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and the challenge with it is it's one way, so you can't actually engage with your audience on it. So note here, you cannot, however, like or retweet a fleet. So when you put it out there to your audience, no one can actually engage with it. They,
But they
they,
can
they, they
screenshot
they can just see it. They can just see it, screenshot it or whatever. But
But that's all they
um,
so all content creators who like to, follow what these celebrities are doing, they're gonna screenshot it because they saw it. You're gonna say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put that out there. That's just how I felt at the moment." It's I don't know, man. Like I said, I just need companies to be a little bit more innovative. I mean, I guess it's one of those things where let them have it, and if you're more comfortable on this platform as opposed to doing Snapchat or doing TikTok, you can now do it over here.
yeah,
That's what that's what I'm seeing.
it's it's a checkbox thing. I have it now too. Is what they're saying, right? Is what Twitter's saying. I have it now too. Like everyone else has it. If you're more prevalent on Twitter than any of the other platforms, you can still, and today now you can do all these other things as well. So it is what it is. I don't think I'm going to. I'm gonna test it out because literally before we went live, I saw my app updated and I had the capability. So I'll do one or two and maybe write a review for the site. But I'm not big on that. If I'm gonna do the quick stories or something, I'm gonna do that on Instagram where I got more of an engaged following, or Facebook where where the whole family is that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. The majority of my family is not trying to wrap their head around Twitter, right? There's just too much. There's too much of a just a storm going on there that my family's they really don't want to deal with it, and I don't doubt them. I don't blame them for it at all.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah,
Let's move on. I can't. I can't. I'm not gonna stress myself out over this food.
look at you. You getting all stressed out, man. Get some more juice, brother. You need some more juice.
I'm not.
What you need is some of this bourbon, brother. Because I
You know what? Maybe 2021, I might start drinking a little.
There's a little something, bro. There's a little. This get you. You know what? I'll send you something. I'll send you a little
Boy, you gonna have Tammy over there smiling. Talking about, and I'm like, nope, that ain't for you.
something.
Told me to let my chest burn. All right. So what do you do with your photos after you take them on your phone? After you take them on your, they sit on your phone. I mean, you have an iPhone, so once your memory is filled up, you're done.
No, I'm good. And I may have told you this before, but I've told other folks about this. I'm kind of anal about what I do. I've got multiple copies of photos at different locations. So if I take a picture on my phone, I've got I've got a copy on iCloud. I've got a photo copy on Google Cloud and also Amazon Photos. So just in case something goes down, I've got multiple backups of my data. Um, One, just so my device doesn't run out of space, and also again, just in case there's ever a security issue or something, some problem with the Apple iCloud or a problem with Google Photos, I got it at these other locations, so I can quickly and easily recap in any part of my life for probably the last 15 years in photos. I've got it spread across 3 or 4 platforms.
So I take it you haven't heard the news.
I heard the news and I'm not happy about that. So I'll let you break the story to everyone that's watching. But yeah, I'm really not happy about what Google is doing. So I'll need to find another location.
Android phone, I'm pretty sure you guys are all familiar with photos. And basically your days are numbered. Photo. Your days are numbered. Starting June 2021, you'll get 15 gigs of storage for free. And anything after that, you'll have to pay money. And I think it starts out at $1.99, $2.99, $9.99, I think $49.99. I'm already paying $1.99 a month for 100 gigs. I think it's $2.99 a month for 200 gigs,
Yeah.
and it's 9.99.
And hold on, and that's a lot of storage space. When you really think about it, 100 gigs is because
Oh, it's not
on
because
well,
I'm already at 80%.
you
But
you 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 are not the typical user though. You are in the minority, right? The regular person, that's a whole lot of storage space because they don't even have to upgrade. You're paying for it. They have just what is it, 500 gigs for, or what is the free tier?
I don't even know, man. I could.
Okay.
I just know that I just know that they came at me last year. Now, keep in mind, this is Drive, this is Photo, this is it's about 4 things that you have, and you can also share the account with a family member.
Yeah.
So that's one cool thing. But I mean, I've been deleting photos all week. And do I really need this? Like, do I really you get Google Drive, Gmail, Google Photos, and Family Store. And I'm paying $1.99 a month
Yeah.
for 100 gigs. And I'm already at 77.26 gigs. I deleted 3 gigs in the last 2 days.
Okay.
Photos I just did not need. And I'm like, all right, I took these photos. I hate if someone passes away because they're gone now. Like I just don't have it. So,
Yeah.
but maybe my days back in radio, I did a lot of photos. But so basically, it's what's the best way to save your photo now that this is happening with photos? Yes, you have Amazon photos if you have an Amazon Prime account.
Yeah.
If you don't have an Amazon Prime account, you don't have in June of next year. So basically, in 8 months, 6 months or 7 months, you're going to be paying it once you hit that threshold of 15 gigs. So, what do you
It's,
or what would you recommend? A hard drive, uh,
well,
uh,
well, I'm looking at two things. Um, I'm looking at Adobe. So Adobe, because I use the whole Creative Cloud suite, and they have a photography package as well, which is I believe $9.99 a month. That has a significant amount of storage that you can use. Again, it's another cloud-based solution. But oh shoot! Shouts out to Sister Carolyn Hicks, Mama coming in with the recommendation. That is exactly what my next thing would be is to go with the actual old school external hard drive. Go with one of them old Western Digitals or I can't remember who the other ones were, but that gets cumbersome because I don't like moving parts and I don't like physical infrastructure because then I gotta maintain that. I gotta power that. I got to make sure that stays updated in terms of firmware or whatever the case may be. But those are really only two options that I can think of, right? So finding another cloud storage facility like a SmugMug or a Flickr or one of those photo storage apps or Adobe Creative Cloud, which I'm going to be using, or again like my mom was saying, get an external hard drive.
yeah, or a thumb drive. I was gonna say
Yeah,
a thumb drive. I was gonna say a thumb drive, because basically, and maybe you just have to put a small sticker on there with the year that it covers from this year to this year,
yeah,
or a micro SD card that you just expand that storage. I mean, the only bad thing about the hard drive is you need your computer to be able to
yep,
photo.
yep,
So, but if you don't have some people may not have a computer. I mean, we're blessed because we're in the tech world and we have to have the latest and greatest stuff.
yeah.
But what if somebody just has their phone and this is their primary device? So it's like you can go out and get a 32.
Or especially when you say phone, if they're on my side of the fence, right, and they got an Apple device and they can expand that storage. Android users, you can put that micro SD card in there and actually upgrade. I mean, that's a huge benefit that you have on the Android platform of being able to extend, buy the 32 gig phone, and then drop a 128 gig SD card in there, and you got
Like
storage for days.
256 gig SD.
Watch your mouth, nugget boy. Right?
Like, I mean, but it was an investment. But I mean, when you think about it, I think I'm at 90 gigs on my phone, and I have stuff that goes back from 2012,
Yeah,
2010 on my phone, and that's 10 years. I mean, 9 8 years worth of storage, and I'm only at 90 gigs of 256.
it's
That
pretty good.
that's a true investment. I mean, when you think about it,
Hmm.
you know, like I said, it sucks that they're going to do this, but everybody's all about trying to get you on the subscription plan. And, we've had these discussions with subscription plans with streaming services, but
Yeah.
I guess everybody is trying to get in on the subscription plan. And it's like there's no one main platform that says, hey, here's a hub. You can drop all your stuff, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's
And it's crazy because Google doesn't necessarily need the revenue from that, right? They get all their revenue, their high percentage of their company revenue from advertising. So taking away that free storage plan or that capability that
yeah,
forever, You know,
Yeah.
that really hurts the end consumer, the person who doesn't have access to Micro Center to go out and buy all the latest and greatest gadgets, right? They just got a phone and they want to take pictures of their family during the holidays or whatever the case may be, and they don't want to lose it just because they get a new phone next year or whatever. So I mean, that hurts. But yeah, there's tons of services out there. As you see, we got on the screen here. You have OneDrive, Dropbox, iCloud. All of those are out there. But like you're saying, they're all subscription based. So they're going to want that 9.95, 9.99 every single month to maintain that capability of storing your data and then having access to
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, and it's funny because COVID has really changed like how I've done things this year.
it. Yeah.
And I think what I'm going to probably do is start doing something with those photos. As you can see, I have all. I have a photo book that all my stuff that I've done overseas. And maybe I might just start taking those photos. And if you have a T-Mobile phone, they have T-Mobile Tuesdays where not every month, but once every 2 months, once every 3 months, they give out 10 free prints at Walgreens.
Okay.
Walgreens has great deals where you can get prints for like 10 cents or 11 cents a print or something like that for a 4x6. So just have to like kind of shop or look around for like different deals and print those photos out, and that way you have that physical hard copy. But who has photo albums in 2020? Everyone has their phone and they want easy access.
Yeah.
But I will say this: unfortunately, when I lost my mom, she had a bunch of photo albums just to see myself as a kid growing up, or just to be able to see other and just see where they were or how they looked. I used to laugh at those pictures with the outfits and stuff like that. But like I can't believe my mama put me in that outfit. It's like, but you appreciate that, years later when you have a chance, or it's just sitting on the coffee, end table. You have a guest over and you're just talking. You're not gonna go through your phone and show them, swipe phone, but they would probably look at a photo book, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's a great point, and you brought up something. So talking about technology and apps to use for those photo albums. So there is a app from Google called PhotoScan. I use this frequently. So my folks have all the old school photo albums and books of all the old pictures. You can use PhotoScan from Google, and it's iOS and it's Android based,
okay,
and literally scan the physical photo
really,
into your device, into your phone, and it'll scan it, and it'll be a very pristine quality depiction of that photo. So not just like standing there in front of the picture, taking a picture with your phone or anything. It'll actually you go through the quadrants, left, right, top, down, and take four pictures, and it'll stitch those four pictures together into the one photo of that particular image. PhotoScan is a free app from Google.
on my phone.
Yeah, get that.
That's
There you go. Yeah. Picture's perfect and glare free. This is definitely the way to go to get all of those old photos that are in photo albums digitized, and then find a way to store them somewhere else separately later.
I was going through some photos and some videos today, and I mean, just to see my high school highlight reel, or just to see when I played against CLA back in 1998.
Yeah.
No, 97. Yeah, I played against UCLA in 1997. So just to be able to see some of that footage was just like, wow. Like it was like, man, look at where the technology is, because that stuff was VCR, VHS,
Hmm.
and I was able to take my phone, put it up to the TV screen, or to the TV monitor, or a computer monitor, shall I say, and I just recorded it as close as I possibly could. But like you said, to be able to take some photos, digitize that,
Yeah.
yeah, that would
Yeah. So download that app, give it a shot, and tell us next week your experience with it. And I was pleasantly surprised at how simple and how high quality those images came out.
be.
Yeah, yeah, she got a gang of them.
That's what
Look,
I'm. That's what I'm.
all, all the travels that we've done across the globe, she's got a gang of photos for sure that need to be cleaned up
Man,
and digitized.
watch out there now. tell me you got him in an elf suit or
Don't start nothing. Now she may put one out there online right now.
oh man. Oh Lord. All right. Well, what you got? What you got next?
Well, I got to talk about my Apple thing. I'll talk about Apple and then I'll let you talk about Google, or we'll both talk because there's a Google story as well. Apple.
I'm actually happy with Apple. Let's talk.
All right, Apple. Today I was watching CNBC because that's where I spend most of my time for TV perspective during the day instead of watching the news, because the news can get to be very disappointing and depressing at times. So I'm watching the financial markets. Apple has decided to reduce their cut of their cut from developers for everything that's in the App Store. For the most part, it's up until this point, it's been a 30% off the top that Apple takes from all developers for their applications that are in the App Store. Today, they've announced that developers who have less than $1 million in revenue, they're not going to be taking that full 30%. They're going to take half of that. They're going to take 15% for their piece of having the access to the App Store, having the access to the billing systems and all of the back end infrastructure that Apple provides. So I think that's a great thing for, again, the small, because I think I saw the number. There's about 90 some percent of the developers that are on the App Store are the ones that are below the $1 million. Right. So that really keeps more money in the pockets of those developers as opposed to sending it to Big Brother in terms of sending it to Apple. So they can continue to create, they can continue to innovate. They can grow to that point to where they're over $1 million, and then they'll get hit with that higher percentage fee. But I think this new App Store small business program, allowing smaller developers to keep the majority of the revenue that's generated from their applications in the Apple App Store, is a good thing for small, medium sized businesses and developers that are out
I think it's awesome. I mean, I remember when we had our app back in
there. Yeah,
2012. It was like, people were laughing at me. Well, not laughing at me. People were actually like, "You got an app?" And it was like, but we didn't have it in the Apple App Store because it was like I couldn't afford it. What I mean?
yeah,
It's like the app is free, so I mean, I got to pour over some money. No, we're not gonna go that route. And we ended up going Android, and Android was charging us. I think it was like one flat fee for the year. And it was like, okay, I can do this. But you guys, like you said, that cut, it's a free app. Now, if I'm
yeah,
charging 99 cents to download the Tall Boy app, then okay, I can see it. Now, the cool thing I like about this is it goes into effect January 1st, 2021. So even if you haven't started your business yet, you can automatically enroll into that program
yeah,
automatically, even without making any money. So you're starting off with the 15% threshold. If you haven't made that money yet and you already have an app, you automatically go into that program. So that's a cool thing. And I think what they said is once you hit that threshold of over $1 million, then and only then will you have to start paying that
yeah,
higher percentage fee. So I think that's
yeah.
good business. That
I think
makes you say,
that's the best way to put it, right? That's good business, especially in times like now, times of turmoil, right? I mean, that here it is. One of the big elephants in the room. Apple, there's Apple, there's Google, there's Facebook, and all of that. Apple is trying to find a way to continue to spur developers to be creative, create applications that folks will want to use on their phones, and they're saying, you know what, uh, you're just starting out. You're part of. You're only bringing in less than $1 million. We, as an Apple, we're not going to take this full 30% cut right off the top. That's a good thing, right? Because now they can hire more people, they can buy more equipment, they can build more functionality into their apps because they can plan more and they've got more resources. So I mean, this is only good for everyone that's involved.
I like it. I like it. Ready
Now,
when
does
you
Google doesn't charge at all for theirs, right? I mean, when you went in, is it still that way?
know you had to pay, but it was like a flat rate. So let's just say it was $120,
Mm, mm,
or it was $100. Just had to pay for that year. and it was a one-time payment. So I'd rather pay that one-time payment, paying like on a monthly basis. I think that's how Apple
Yeah, well, there's that fee that Apple takes off of that monthly cut, but there's also the $99 that everyone in the Apple developer program has to pay to be just part of the program. So $99 a year plus 30% every month cut.
look
Uh,
at what they say, the people that was out there downloading Fortnite and
yeah,
one of those games, they said, or maybe it was a movie, I forgot. It was like 2 months ago. They were saying that they put it in the Apple didn't like the fact that they said Apple was taking fees from you, and then I remember we talked about that, and they said Apple is taking, and Apple said you can't use that in your terms and conditions. So this is a great way to bounce back
yeah,
from that situation. So Apple's been taking some hits,
yeah.
and I can't see the other one that you pulled up. The other article that you pulled up with Pay. Maybe you can find it.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, so just to close in off of that, in terms of the hits that Apple's been taking, it, there's been a handful of legal lawsuits just about again the way Apple maintains their app center and the way that they maintain their in-app purchases. That was the whole issue with Fortnite. Right? Fortnite didn't like being locked in to only being able to take in-app purchases through the Apple ecosystem because Apple was taking such a huge cut. They wanted to do it external to that, right? Pay for the additional features through the Fortnite, whoever the manufacturers, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but through their website that unlocks the capability, and that subverts everything that Apple was doing. So Apple didn't get the cut. The end manufacturer got all the money. So Apple didn't like that. So this is their means of trying to get back and try to be more of a good corporate citizen. Now, so the Google story was interesting from a financial perspective because Google is now talking about getting into online banking. They're firing up their own personal finance, their own banking capabilities. So like Ally, like Mint, like many of the other online specific banking institutions, they're now offering the ability to have checking, savings, uh, probably investing as they move forward, but an extension of the whole Google Pay platform to now allow more banking capabilities as opposed to just transactional, right? So you can actually have an account where you hold funds and you can move funds back and forth. I think this is a great move because Google Pay um, needs this because Apple Pay has taken over, right? I think Samsung. So let me ask you about this because you're the Android guy, right? LG has a pay capability.
LG Pay.
LG Pay. Samsung has Samsung Pay. Right? All the different manufacturers have their own means and capability of taking of doing transactions at a retailer. With Google stepping in and actually saying, you know what, we're going to create our own. We're going to own this whole ecosystem. We're going to make sure that it's safe, secure, that it's robust. This can only be a good thing for the millions of users out there on the Android platform. In my mind, what do you think about this?
So I'm gonna take you back a little. We
Let's
were
let's go. Let's go back.
we were at CES, and I don't know if it was the year that I met you or maybe it was the year after.
I might have been drunk. I don't know. So you're gonna have to remind me. I don't know.
And you may have to look them up. May have to Google it because they're no longer in existence because they merged with Google. And they had the original company called Loop Pay. And believe it or not, I had some of their products and I
Hmm.
threw them away because I didn't have a phone that was compatible with them. Now the technology has, you know, from 2009, 2010, I don't have that. Technology has definitely moved fast forwarded since then.
Hmm.
But they had a company out called Loop Pay who merged, I want to say, with Google Pay. And so Pay was similar. They were the first ones to launch, and then Apple Pay kind of perfected it. And like you said, Apple Pay is kind of taking over, but Google Pay is now saying, you know what, the technology, see where this is going. due to COVID, the coin shortage, all of this, we're going to create this infrastructure for digital, a digital currency. You hear everyone talking about Bitcoin. I don't know anything about that, but everything is now digital. You can now take your
Mhm.
phone and tap it on the kiosk at the gas station or at the fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
And for you to be able to do that, I think that's cool. You sent me this article, and I didn't understand, what it was until just now as I'm reading it. And it said one of the abilities is to pay friends and businesses really fast. The second is to explore offers and rewards so you can save money at shops. And the third is getting insights about your spending so you can stay up on top of your money. So the
Yep.
first thing I do in the morning is I go to my banking, my banking institutions, and I look to see how and what came out, what I
Yeah.
spent, how can I get this credit card bill down. So if they're willing to do this, look at my spending, help me with my spending habits. I mean, you got to think Cash App. People really don't use pay. I mean, I'm not going to say people don't, but my tribe, they don't use PayPal. They use Cash App.
Hmm.
So so my tribe uses Cash App, which they've had some negative stories about them this week. The people calling the 800 number, and they've been getting scammed out of money.
Yeah.
And it's like Cash App has never had an 800 number, but the person sounds so professional. If you do your research, you're going to be out of some money. And I know some people that have been on the short end of that stick. So, um, like I said, PayPal is good. They've partnered with eBay, so that's a great partner for them. It's secure. I do like eBay. I do like PayPal, but I think what Google Pay is doing is, like you said, that everyone has an Android. Well, not everyone, but most of Americans and most of the world has an Android phone. So
True.
if you corner that market, and this is no knock against Apple, but if you corner that market and say, "Hey, we're going to help you with rewards," I love rewards.
Yeah.
Are you gonna help me with how I spend my money? And I can also pay you. That kind of puts a dent into PayPal and Cash Apps, into their model. Because link your bank account to your phone, it's Google.
Yeah.
Google. Tap is gone. I
Right.
don't have to log into Cash App anymore. I don't have to log into PayPal anymore. So
I,
yeah,
I agree with you. I'm kind of on both sides of the fence on this, right? And so I mean, the statement here about I hear PayPal kind of messes up your money.
no, it's Cash.
Well, yeah, I gotta say, there have been instances in the past where PayPal has been there have been issues with that. They've held on to some advertising revenue every now and then that I would receive from sponsors because they were coming from overseas. And PayPal would hold on to those funds so they could validate that, yeah, this UK or this Brazil, wherever it was coming from, right, that this actual person was actually not a fraudulent person sending you funds.
But that's fair though.
And that's fair. So so that's happened. But when you want your money, you want your money. I've got a regular recurring sponsorship with a company that's based in Great Britain, and they pay me in British pounds. So every time I get paid, I convert that from the pounds to US. And there's been a couple of times where PayPal has literally not effectively made that transfer, right? Not change that money from British pounds into US dollars. And it was a PayPal issue with something in their code. That's frustrating. What I like about what Apple is doing is they're partnered with Goldman Sachs. What I like what Google is doing is they're partnered with Citibank. They're partnered with Citi and Stanford Federal Credit Union. Those are institutions, financial institutions that you got to put your trust in someone. And Citibank has been around, Goldman Sachs has been around. Yeah, every company out there has had issues, whatever the case may be, but it's federally insured. You know that there's encryption, so no one else can use your card anywhere. You don't even physically have to have the card, right? And you know this, and we're talking to the audience right now. You take your phone, you see the kiosk that says Apple Pay or Google Pay. You tap your phone to the kiosk. Boom, the transaction happens. It's all encrypted. It's all secure. and it's done. You don't have to worry about, again, carrying a physical card. You don't have to worry about someone war driving or being over the open internet and stealing your information because it's all encrypted. This is the way to go. This is the new means of technology. This is new means of managing and balancing your checkbook, right? Like Mint does, like there's a couple others out there. Again, that allow you to have those online uh, reconciliations of your checking and your credit and things like that. I can see that coming to Google Pay as well. Apple has it right now with their Apple Card. Every time I use my Apple Card and I throw my phone up there, I get an itemized list in the app of every single transaction that I've done, and I reconcile. I do that every night. I'm weird like that, but again, you can see every single thing that you've spent using that card, using that virtual card. This is the way to go. This is a very cool thing that Google is doing. About time. About time.
I think, like I said, we're in the early adopter stage of all of this. And my thoughts on it is like the kids that are born in within the last 5 years, they're gonna really get a chance to see and embrace all of this. Right now, they don't understand what money is. They
Mhm.
don't understand how all of that is. But by the time they hit high school, this stuff will already be in place. Whereas with
Mhm.
us, our generation, 70s babies, 60s babies,
Yeah.
few 80s babies, they're not gonna be ready to make that transaction because or make that transition, shall I say, because they're accustomed to seeing I want to see green,
Yeah.
and I think this year is the first year that we've really seen that digital currency saying pay with your credit card, pay with Cash App, pay with PayPal. There's still some people that's on the fence with it, but I think at the same token, just they're on the fence. Once you start to feel more comfortable with it,
Yeah.
look, people were on the fence with Facebook when it first came out, and then now everybody is on Facebook, but the kids moved on to something
Yeah.
else,
Yeah.
and then they got on the Instagram, and then it was like, oh well, we gonna get on Instagram. No, we're gonna get over here on the Snap. And it's like, well, I'm gonna stick with Instagram, Facebook. I'm gonna slide over to LinkedIn. I ain't got time for TikTok. So I think that's one of those things with Pay, Apple Pay. LG and Samsung is trying to have their own respective pays, Cash App and PayPal. But I mean, like I said, they're putting what you say, they're just putting some skin in the game.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
their favorite phrase. So I think, I think it's good because now you have a competitor. And now it's they didn't do right by me, so they're the only option. Google, like you said, is a trusted brand.
Yeah.
Apple is a trusted brand. So uh, you know,
You,
I
you know,
think and she said most stores don't have it. We don't have Apple Pay, Samsung, Apple. They just want our app.
so that's interesting. I think because I know Walmart. Some of these stores. So I'll talk to this too. While we're on the same type of subject. Some stores, if you got a credit card with them, so Target, I know for sure, Lowe's and Walmart, I know those stores in particular, you don't physically have to bring in your card with you, right? You sync it to your phone, you put it in your digital wallet, and you can pay that way, as opposed to, again, having to physically swipe a card. And a lot of this started even before COVID, right? Before you wanted to go out, touch people and do all that stuff. So it was more of a convenience type of a thing. Um, but that's interesting to see that Walmart doesn't have access to some of those larger pay providers like an Apple and like a Google yet.
They don't want them. I don't think they want them because
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think they're trying to build their own infrastructure, and I think it's I'm not going to allow you to come into my door when I know I'm building something behind.
Yeah,
Uh, we're coming along. We're just not there yet,
yeah.
and before I even allow you to come in the door, we're about to jump in the game too. Don't be surprised if in the next 3 years you start seeing Walmart saying that they have a Walmart Pay. I mean, they have a money services counter. I mean,
Yeah.
why would they not jump themselves in the game?
Might as well. Might as well. They're big enough, right? Some of these retailers are big enough that they can do that kind of thing. So, all right, brother.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, last story. This is kind of sad. I know we saved it for last, but just kind of it's a bittersweet story for sure, right?
It's bittersweet. So
Oh, so hold on first. So, are you as well in the same type of situation as we are in California? Are you in a tier of stay home? Things are locking down. We haven't completely locked down, but we are locking down. I will say that. Okay.
um, I've been locked down
Yeah.
myself. I do get out and drive around. It's funny how I'm very cognizant of when I get out of my car, what I touch, what I don't touch. I think when COVID originally hit, I was baby wipes or
Yeah.
Lysol wipes, and just to see the dirt on all of the handles and the gas handle and the keypads of how many people's fingers, and I was literally wiping all of that stuff down.
Man, you nasty, baby. What's going on?
And now, well, that was in March, April. I think by May I gave up wiping everything down. Uh, so, here in Georgia, our governor is not going to shut the state down.
Yeah.
I do know in Michigan, effective today, things have shut down, and some other states as well have shut down. But unfortunately, Georgia, I just got a phone call from a friend of mine in Indianapolis. He said, "Tall boy, I'm gonna be in Atlanta tomorrow." I said, "No,
We just said we full.
don't bring your Corona having, don't have your Corona having."
There you go.
Yeah, see how good that how it comes in handy. So I told him, keep your tail right there in it. I got a hotel and it's the best. But see, you're gonna pass that down to everybody down here. So I'm like, man, I might have to you have to do a ride by down here. So
Yeah.
fortunately, folks coming from out of state, they want to come see you. I thought about going to see my little brother, up on the East Coast, but
It's
I,
tough.
you know,
Can't do it. Don't do it. So we literally just canceled all of our extended family Thanksgiving activities as well. Right. We had a couple of events that were going on, and we went ahead and broke the news and told everybody, yeah, it's just not going to happen. It's not our doing. It's just the way it is right now. The state is shut down, and folks are still getting sick. Folks are unfortunately still dying. So you got to be cognizant of that. And I've got we've all got some older folks, and that we need to be even more cautiously aware of in terms of their exposure to stuff. But there's some decent news. I'm not gonna say it's good news, but I'll just say it's decent news. Zooms is
angle feet.
yeah, Plan B, right? And this is cool, right? This is all right. Zoom, if you got the free plan, Zoom is lifting their 40-minute call limit for Thanksgiving Day to where you can call your extended family, call whoever you want, right? And have a all day Thanksgiving virtual party if you want.
Can't eat their food. You got
to. Yeah. I'm gonna have all my food, and I'm gonna have all my collard greens and my yams in my face while I'm on Zoom with you. This is pretty nice, right? Everyone now. I shouldn't say everyone, but a majority of folks are now utilizing Zoom for school or remote work or whatever the case may be. So they are familiar with the platform. Um, if you got the free plan, you didn't upgrade to a pay for plan. You can now on Thanksgiving Day set up a call and get all your family on screen and talk for as long as you want. You gonna do it, brother?
I don't think I'm gonna be doing any video calls. I don't think my family is hip to it. I have a certain amount of people that when I go out of the country,
Yeah.
I know I can call them on WhatsApp or I know I can call them on Facebook Messenger. I don't think I think that there's other services out there that I don't do use Zoom, Meet, but
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do the old fashioned way. I think I'm just the old fashioned way. That's
Just going a quick call, all right, just to say hi and hang up and then have that piece of chicken in your hand. That's what you're gonna do. So bear in mind and keep a note, folks. Again, the removal is temporary here, as the story says. It's only from midnight on November 26th to 6 a.m. on the 27th. So the 40-minute limit has been removed. If you don't have a Zoom account, go ahead and do that. This is pretty decent to do. I honestly, so I have a paid plan with Zoom, and so I can have unlimited calls. And I can have like 100 folks on, but I still.
So you're good no matter what.
Yeah, look, I'm balling out. But look, let me tell you something. Hicks New Media has put some skin in the game. We got the technology. God, we got the technology, but I'm still not going to use it. Most of my family lives and knows their mobile phones. 90% of them are Apple. So we have a tool called FaceTime. So I can video, and like you have Duo Mobile or and Google Voice, Google Chat. We have FaceTime, and I can just call someone, get them on the screen, and shout out and holler at them unlimited now anyway. So we'll probably do that with the grandparents and with the extended family on Thanksgiving. But this is pretty cool. Again, if you want to have multiple folks at one particular time, have a virtual party. I applaud Zoom for the efforts, and I think this is a good thing. How about that? I'm not going to hate on them.
I'm trying to see if I can get it to come up on the screen, but it looks like I don't know this service the way you do it, but I think I got it. This is what it's going to be like. You don't remember that?
When you get the old Jetsons, you know that. Is that how you gonna do
it? They were the innovators of this. They said that this was going to happen, and it's beautiful to be able to live and see that this is what George Jetson and Spacely and Elroy and it's nice to see that generation that we grew up in watching cartoons. It's nice to be able to see that and see it actually coming. But the Jetsons right on them about 3 or 4 things. So
I'm waiting on the flying cars still. Right? We a little behind. We late on that. I'm ready for the flying ride.
It actually released, but I think they're still trying to do the thing. I actually interviewed the guy at South by Southwest that created the flying car. So it was supposed to release last year in 2019, if I'm correct. So, but they were looking at trying to get some laws or regulation passed or something like that. But it's actually the design is complete.
Okay.
I've been doing some testing in the country that the guy is from, so don't be surprised. Like I said, we're not. I pray to be able to see. I'm not going to say I'm not going to die anytime soon, but I pray to be able to see a flying car in my lifetime, because I think growing up watching the Jetsons, like it's almost kind of like our great grandparents being able to see a black president or being able to see, just things that have happened in their lifetime from what it was for them. I think that would be kind of cool for us to be able to do the same thing.
I love it. We'll see. We'll see. I don't trust any other drivers. I only trust myself. So who knows? If I'm flying and
in the air, then
that brings a whole nother level of complexity to it. I don't trust anybody out there on the road right now. Anyway.
Is this our last show, or because I know we've never?
Oh no! Oh, wait a minute. Is it? Let me hold up. Wait a minute. Let me take a look at next.
This is the last show for this.
Oh snap! It sure is. So we wrapped up season 2 right here.
Right here. This is the end of the show. Is that what it is?
Man, I don't know. I feel a little sad now. Right? We did 2 seasons worth of experiment. Man, I definitely need to shave. Good Lord, you can tell that I have not been in front of any customers in the last 6, 7, 8 months. Oh well. Yeah, we have. The lab has been a incredibly successful venture, right? Tallboy and I said we want to give 100% unbiased reviews and conversations around consumer technology. Now, I live in the enterprise technology world, but we wanted to focus on consumer technology, either mobile devices, streaming media, live streaming, computers, peripherals, things like that, things that the majority of society utilizes on a day-to-day basis, and give you our perspective, untethered, unvarnished by any manufacturer, and give you just a real scoop. And I think that we have really tried to do that. The show is, it seems like it's slightly unscripted, like the other show that we have on the network, but there is method behind the madness. We have fun. We've had some great um, guests on the show. We've had some amazing topics on the show. I think the whole filming this during this tumultuous time of the election, and that whole situation has been interesting, because we were able to touch on technology and how that related to the election and counting ballots and counting votes and all of that. So we're staying true to the mantra of infotainment news, timely, relevant news of the day. And the lab is definitely a good product of that mantra, by bringing in both of our strengths. Tallboy from the video production perspective, from always being on stage and always being in front of the camera, interviewing A-list celebrities and folks who are influential in entertainment, politics, finance, wherever the case would be. He's got that experience. I'm the guy behind the scenes pushing the buttons. I'm the Wizard of Oz, right? Just making sure that the lights stay on, and that the site stays up, and things of that nature. Stay with us, folks. We're doing some good stuff. We've got some great things planned. We've just, yeah, man. Look, we've wrapped up season 2. I'm about to get emotional here. I'm glad I'm at the end of my. Maybe it's the bourbon talking. Shouts out to my man with his Minute Maid and the bourbon here. But I'm already thinking about what we're going to do starting the next season. I'll probably update some of the graphics and everything. I'll get your proper logo, because I know you don't like the logo that I'm using right now for you, but we'll get that right. Tell me your thoughts, brother. You feeling good about so far?
I think that it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think in the beginning really started out rough, but I think it was one of those things where we love tech and kind of navigated our way through. And it's like we're not giving it, like he said, we're giving you our opinion, unbiased. We tell you like it is. If I don't like it, I don't care. Like I said, there was a headphone company I did not like, and I said what I said, and it's, believe it or not, the headphone company reached out to me and tried to get it right with me. And although we weren't able to get it right, they did provide great customer service. And I think that's the in having a show like the lab, because we're going to tell you whether it works or it doesn't. Don't waste your time. And James is the guy that writes everything down. I'm the guy that just gives the opinion. I find things to say and make it cool. And um I try to find try to find a way to pull the best out of whatever we see. And I think James is the guy that says, hey, you know what, I'm going to give it to you from a business perspective, whereas I'm more of the, like he said, the entertainment perspective. So I think that's where the yin and yang comes in. I appreciate James because he's the one that said, you know what, Tall Boy, you got to do a show, and always talking tech. And, you got this mother. I almost cursed. Yeah.
Oh boy, but hit the right button, brother. Don't hit that.
I almost missed the button. I almost missed it. But we try to have fun with this show, and I definitely appreciate James for pushing me to that limit. I mean, now you starting to see the captions or the intro, not the intro video, but the promo video where it has captions and everything. So hopefully in 2021 when we pick back up, we'll have some more additions that we can bring to the table and make the show even better. I think the guests that we've had on were great. I think that people may not have known about them, or they may not have known about us. I think that's kind of the beauty and the synergy, shall we say, bringing just bringing everybody together. And I think that's what it's all about. It's the networking, shall we say, and that's what James does. And I'm just the guy that just says, "Hey, I see this, I see that, and how can we bring them together and make it?" And James is the guy that looks at it from a business standpoint. You heard him; he gets his coins from British pound. He probably get Turkish lira, dirhams.
All right, stay out of my checkbook now. Don't stay out of my cash app.
I'm just trying to get like him. She says, "All you guys don't forget who."
That's my boy Butterini, Tim Butterini, who I do the show J&T's Old School Tip with. That's what she's talking about.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I appreciate the fact that you have your network and you have allowed me to be able to be a voice on your network. That really means a lot. I think, like you said, once we met years ago, I think he saw that who is this young brother that's doing this, and and he'll tell you the story if he wants. But it's like if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, and I don't care. But he has the mindset to say, "Hell, let's make this from a business standpoint. Don't just go out there and just do it without making sense." So I appreciate that. So on that note, I'm done. If you look at the top of my screen, that's what I'm about to get to doing. And
Well, you got it in your hand right now. We'll end on that note. I know you got things to do, brother.
I ain't got nothing else to do right now other than this right here. So if you can't read that, I'm sorry, but
I see what.
Yeah.
Ooh, shouts out to the PS5. You know what, y'all? We out. Appreciate you. Cowboy, go do your thing, brother. We out.